One battle after another. I watched that, guys. It's critically acclaimed. It's going to sweep at the Oscars. Did you see it, Disbrew?
No, I'm going to after I've done the current video.
I highly recommend I highly recommend everybody watches it and does a review. I might do another review the more I think about this movie.
Another one.
What interests me most about it is the critics' reviews, but I think I've got to see the movie to know just how nonsensical their reviews are, because they're hailing this as basically the perfect movie. The perfect time movie with all the right messaging. It's going to change the world. Nothing could be more important in this moment. And so it's their hyperbole that made me interested in it.
And it's I talked to an executive at Netflix of all places before all this shit went down. One who's cool. He told me, he's like, this is just like Captain Marvel. All the critics are going to praise it because they have to. As a matter of fact, if they come out against it, they won't be looked at as allies anymore. Also, because of the times we're in, this is going to be seen as a giant middle finger to Trump and the Trump administration. So of course it's going to sweep the Oscars. Like I have little doubt that it will. In a year where we almost had a dude win Best Actress, like, would this surprise you?
If it wasn't for his Twitter, that was the only thing.
If it wasn't for his Twitter. So, Drink, you need to watch One Battle After Another.
I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to try and do it over the weekend or something. Like, I've heard and I've read the synopsis. It just seems absurd. It seems like a Hollywood, like, leftist, progressive, wet dream. Yeah, basically, like everything that they love, and it just feels like a movie that came along about 2 or 3 years too late because the culture has swung so hard against all this crap.
And that's it's exactly what it is. So it's a woke Hollywood movie made for woke Hollywood of 2020, 2023. And they're still going to agree with it. It was definitely a critique of the first Trump administration. And it's fine if you want to make a revolutionary, romantic Antifa movie. But, make it make sense.
That's a fucking Mount Everest of challenges right there.
It is.
Dream.
It is. And we got Paul Thomas Anderson, who is considered a god in Hollywood. I do not consider him that. I consider that he's made some good movies. He's made some movies that aren't so good either. But you know what? I'm just trying to be fair. That's something you could do. But it plays off. It's woke leftist porn. That's all it is. And it's mostly boring. But what you have to get over, one of the things Mahler and I have pointed out in Alien, and you guys have too, in Alien Earth, is the lack of security at the facility. Well, an Antifa organization, I guess a really organized one, takes over an ICE facility or a border patrol facility, like easily, like with no guards, nothing. And they're able to light off their bombs. Nobody's fighting back. Maybe it is during the Biden administration. Not really sure. But yeah, it's just it's absurd. It's absolutely absurd. It's also absurd that there's like a white supremacist organization that Sean Penn wants to be a part of so bad that he has to erase the history of him liking black women and having sex with one.
Doesn't he straight up murder a black person, like to cover up his involvement?
He murders a lot of people. Our military, without trial or anything, the black woman who looks like Lawrence Taylor that he's pining for flips. So they hunt down all they're called the French 75, and they freaking kill him. They just chase him down and kill him. I'm like, that's not exactly how it goes, in the States, like in our country, or even if they're going to some place like Mexico, that's not exactly how it goes down. But yeah, it's ludicrous.
It reminds me of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, where it's like, we're going to take the villains of this and portray them as the good guys. And it's like, I don't know, man. I find it hard to buy into this stuff.
Well, that's the hardest thing is you're supposed to see them as the heroes, and it's kind of impossible when they were involved in murdering people. I'm guessing all the buildings they blew up were just empty. There was no security guards in there. Reminds me a lot of the Flag Smashers of Falcon and Winter Soldier, like you said. So yeah, and it's really long. And Leonardo DiCaprio's. You guys were talking about how men have been ruined on screen. He's just a completely stoner, incompetent male who's just kind of struggling his way through the movie, just trying to protect his daughter, who's amazing, by the way, who's just absolutely amazing. And yeah, it's him and Sean Penn fighting over, or basically chasing the daughter. But it really does romanticize and show Antifa / Weather Underground as like the good guys. Horrible timing for the movie, as you guys know. Came out like the day after the ICE facility was attacked by a commie, and a couple of immigrants got killed over it. Glad they didn't pull it, but yeah, I did a review on a live stream, and Perry, through the magic of editing, made it like a lot less of a rambling mess than it was for like a daily. But I think I'm just gonna do a thorough review of this, because there's a lot of logical inconsistencies too for this art film that it can't hide behind.
Yeah,
like.
Gary, I think the criticism of like it being too long, like that's a pretty much a standard thing with Paul Thomas Anderson movies. Like he's not good at making short, concise, fast-paced movies. Like that's just not his style at all.
No. And when it was good at Boogie Nights, you had a bunch of engaging characters, right? So you were into it, and it still moved, but he's never reached those heights.
It's an interesting problem as well, because like you want to get involved in like this idea of like civil strife in America and stuff. At one end of the spectrum, you have something like this that very much picks a side, which is like the only side you're allowed to pick in Hollywood, which is kind of what we were talking about earlier. But then at the other end of the spectrum, you've got something like Civil War, where it picks no side whatsoever, and it's just a nothing burger of a movie. I'm never even sure what I'm supposed to take from that film. It's just like war is happening in America. We don't know why. We don't really know which side we're supposed to be invested in. But my God, we need to support the journalists.
Because that was the point of it.
They make modern culture better.
Yeah, no, that was the point of it, because journalists used to be like quite a respected kind of career path.
They did,
and that
but
has
in the
entirely gone
Vietnam
down.
days, like in the 60s and 70s, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But that's the thing, journalists' power comes from that respect, that they are the trusted source. So if you lose that, you lose the point of their existence. So it was essentially a propaganda piece to try and win people back into the fold so you would listen to them. What you're going to have with those kind of things. It's like this. You have to pick a side with morality because the audience has to buy into the good guys to actually believe it, because you're supposed to take something away, you're supposed to learn something, or think, what would I do in that position? But if you're like, all these people are horrible and I want them to lose, you're utterly disconnected from the movie the entire way through.
You're right. There's a point in the movie, and you'll see it, Drinker, where there is a little self-awareness, where Leo's like, hey, we're a family now. We got to stop this stuff. And she kind of yells at him and calls him a misogynist. So he tries to be a father, and you think, well, maybe we will get out of this revolutionary life. Nope. Not at all. No.
Back to blowing stuff up. Is she like the bestest revolutionary ever by any chance? I'm just going to go on a wild hunch here.
Yeah, I mean, she's able to take a couple of people out with like freaking handcuffs on, but like she's a high school girl, but she has got some plot armor. We'll say that she's got some plot armor.
Gary, I have a question for you.
Sure.
Which movie will make more money? One Battle After Another, or The Smashing Machine with The Rock?
Oh, that's a good question.
I mean, One Battle After Another is tanked already, but
yeah, it might have legs. I don't know what I thought the projection for The Smashing Machine was a bit low. What will be more profitable, Craig?
Mm-hmm.
Probably
Sure.
The Smashing Machine. Probably The Smashing Machine, because One Battle After Another's minimum 130 million with 70 million marketing, and it's not going to make its money back. But I think box office, it might be One Battle After Another, maybe.
You know what's going to make more than all of them?
Avatar.
Taylor Swift's official release party of a showgirl.
Yes, it will.
Mm-hmm. It's going to kill it. Kill them all.
Fuck it. I hate modern culture. I'm going to check out.